Hey, what's going on, everybody? Verdi here with another Raid Shadow Legends video. So in my last Unkillable video, I showed my team, which was Maneater, 3 Painkeepers, and Draco. And then in the video, I mentioned and I linked a post on Reddit that allows us to two key Ultra Nightmare still after the Unkillable nerf, and I'm going to show you guys what champions you can use. I'm going to once again link that Reddit file so you guys can read it over and see which other champions you can use, and you guys can try to build your own Unkillable comp. So for this account, we are using Roche the Tower. He's pretty much just geared in speed and a little bit of crit and stuff like that. The goal for Roche is 251 speed exactly, and that's where he's at. And then obviously his block damage has to be booked. For masteries, pretty basic, down to War Master, some extra damage here, and Evil Eye, Master Hexer, and some accuracy along the way. Okay, second champion we use is Martyr. Martyr is geared in Savage, like a Savage that she is. We got some damage, obviously, some crit to maximize the damage of the team during the whole Unkillable thing. And then defense crit damage. You do not need lifesteal with Unkillable, so that makes things a lot easier. For masteries, down to War Master, Master Hexer, Sniper, Laura Steel, Evil Eye, and pretty much these are traditional Martyr masteries, you can say. Okay, and the third champion is Skullcrusher. So for masteries, we went with offense and defense, down to War Master in the offense, and in the defense tree we got Retribution, Deterrence, Blastproof. He is just mastered from before when this account was not using the Unkillable. So these are definitely very good masteries for Skullcrusher. And for artifacts, he is in lifesteal with some crit and stuff like that. And the speed on him, 175. If we didn't show Martyr, she is at 176. Okay, and then we have Grizzled Jarl. He's in damaging, lifesteal, and speed. And his masteries, pretty similar to Skullcrusher's, actually the same as Skullcrusher's. And then his skills, everyone on this team is booked. Everyone on this team is booked, just so that you guys can see. The important thing is counters on Skullcrusher, and Martyr being booked, and the block debuffs being booked on Jarl. And lastly here, we have our Poisoner, and that is a Cull Brawler. Once again, he's wearing some damaging gear to maximize the damage we get, because we don't really need to recover health or worry about defense or anything like that, because we are unkillable. Alright, and he is booked, even though he doesn't really need to be. His A1 does, his A2 doesn't. And offensive support tree, getting some Master Hexer and Sniper, War Master, some accuracy along the way here. Alright, and his total speed is 182. So let's go ahead and run this. The first 3 turns are manual, and then I wrote it down over here. Let's see. Yeah, the first 3 turns are manual, and then after that, it is full auto. So he ran it earlier, did 35.48. And we're going to run it now and see how we do. Okay, Roche uses A3. Occult Brawler. Martyr is going to use A2. Martyr. Should use A1. Okay, so Occult Brawler is going to poison. Okay, so if Martyr goes second, A2, it should goes first. Okay, so we need to do A2 with Roche if she goes second. Marty uses A1, a Cobra uses A2. And Jarl uses A2. Can hit auto. Alright. There we go. I just wanted to make sure to set it up right. I've never actually even run this before yet. I've just been talking to Jojo Mafarley about this. This is whose account this is, and we've been talking about this since I posted that Reddit post, and we've been talking about how he's gonna do the build and like increasing the damage and things like that. And it took him a few days to get it going, but now he did, and he's 2 key in Ultra Nightmare. Even if you can't use 2 keys on Void, you can still do really high damage at least on 1 key, and should definitely be able to 3 key once the affinity changes, depending on what it is. I think that the only thing that would really mess it up is Spirit. I'm not sure whether Jarl's block debuffs could do stun and the slow. I guess maybe at that point we could run a cleanser too. This team definitely is possible with Doom Priest instead of Jarl, and with Bad L. Instead of Jarl, the Poisoner can be Aethar as well. And you can use Sir Nick instead of Roche. But yeah, overall, I think it's a very cool comp, and it's nice to see we can still 2 key even after their nerf. And see, people are going to figure out ways around their stuff. So it's like, I'm still going to go back and say that I don't really agree with the unkillable nerf, because it shouldn't matter how much damage we're doing if we're not clan hopping. But whatever. Plarium nerfed it. It doesn't really matter. Because, like I said, we're going to find ways around it, and we're still going to do our thing. So, I am here to help you guys do that. Block debuffs on the stun. It's weird to see Skullcrusher in the lead, right? And actually, seeing as we have block buffs from Roche, I'm wondering if Martyr would be a possibility as well. I mean, if, sorry, obviously we're all using if Valkyrie would be a possibility as well. And I'm talking about past 50%, because once the clan boss starts getting unkillable, once clan boss starts getting a buff on him, Valk's passive makes her go out of speed tune, and that kind of messes everything up. So with Roche and the block debuffs or the block buffs, I think that's one way to run Valkyrie past 50%. But yeah, so what we were having, or what JoJo was having issues with in the beginning, was getting enough damage. And as you saw, he switched everyone to either crit ray or crit damage gloves and things like that, because you definitely want to make sure that you're critting and doing as much damage as you can every single attack that you are getting in. Because you don't want to build this and then just come short from 2 keying it, because then it's almost like your effort is not paying off. I think this run is decently long. In the pictures that we were looking, I think it was like 12, 13 minutes. Here, I can show you. So yeah, here we have 11 minutes and 14 minutes. But 35, 36. I think he might have hit 37 the hardest. But either way, it's definitely above 35, which gives us a nice little 2-key. And allows us to still hit Nightmare and get 4 clan boss chests. Because if you can 2-key this, you can obviously 2-key Nightmare, and with just a regular composition. This team does not work on Nightmare, as far as I know. Not tuned like this. And once again, with this unkillable comp, I mean, a Call Brawl is kind of only used in Clan Boss and Sword Skull Crusher. Jarl has its uses everywhere, but he's fast enough being tuned here under 189. And then Roche going as fast as possible is nice. And obviously Martyr for dungeons we would probably want a little bit faster, but what are you going to do? But the whole reason why I like Unkillables in the beginning is because it doesn't restrict you from having so many different champions ready for clan boss due to affinities and blah blah blah. So having an unkillable team, I feel like, gives you freedom to do a lot other things that are better for your champions, and use your champions in other things in a better way rather than speed tuning it for clan boss. I wonder if it's going to run faster on my PC with the unlimited frame rates and all that stuff. I guess we'll see. I think we're getting to the end close. Or I think that we are close to the end. I won't Rocher the tower. I don't have him. Feels bad, man. I'm gonna keep using my my ghetto man-eater, painkeeper, unkillable. Obviously, if you have Draco, I'm pretty sure Draco works a lot better than a Call Brawler. But he might not. He might not. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't, honestly. Because Draco works really good on my Unkillable comp because of the cooldown reset from the Painkeepers. But I'm pretty sure Draco can keep up most poisons even without that. So, because we're not full on poisons right now anyways. So yeah, I think Draco would definitely be a better choice because of the weekend. So come on, game, let me pull tower so I can build this with Draco and show everyone. Think about it, Plarium. Just let me help you help yourself. And here we go. 35 mil. Perfect. Perfect. All right, and he did a key earlier that was just over 35 as well, and we have a nice and easy 2 key here. So once again, the key to this comp is Roche being 251 speed, and building everyone for damage is also very helpful because you want to maximize the amount of damage that you do to the boss every turn that you take, because as you saw there, we were kind of close to the amount of damage that we needed between the 2 keys. I think we were like 200k over. So he hasn't since he's tuned it like this, he hasn't not 2 keyed. But I think that if he had just a little bit of less damage on someone, it would be possible for him to not 2 key depending on the War Master procs and things like that. So yeah, definitely maximize your damage. And I'm just going over masteries real quick here again. And artifacts and some of the total stats of the champions. So that you guys can take another quick look and screenshot it and do whatever it is that you need to do to learn it. And Jarl. 174. We got some masteries. And we have a Call Brawler with some offensive support masteries. And once again, crit damage, crit rate. It's nice to not have to build with lifesteal for defense too, because then you can do damage because of the whole unkillable thing. Okay, so I think that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.